Indeed, he does. Thanks, Chris. All right, most people expecting the Jazz to buy out Russell Westbrook. And, ooh, there may be some options for the point guard. Paul George saying Westbrook could, quote, come in and mesh with the Clippers. Chris Haynes reporting Bulls head coach Billy Donovan has already made a recruiting pitch to Westbrook. Shannon, how much do you think Russ could help a team?
Well, this is what you have to understand, Skip. Russ can do some good things. He did some very good things for the Lakers. But he's going to turn the ball over. He's going to make you scratch your head like, Russ, how you missed that? And so the question is for Russ, this is what Russ has to ask himself, because he's not going to be the lead dog again. Skip, it's like the Iditarod. I don't know if you know anything about the Iditarod.
I do.
But the lead dog, once he doesn't lead, they put him up. He can't do anything but lead. He has to be out front. Russ, are you willing to accept the role, and it seems like you are, to go for a contender, win a title, because you can change the narrative about yourself, because he's a selfish player. You can't win. I believe you can win with him in a small role. Not a role where he's the lead, because I don't believe he'll be that again.
Yeah.
Or do you go play for Billy Donovan, a guy that you had your most success, where you really became the Russ that everybody knows and loves? You averaged those triple-doubles. You won the MVP the year Kevin Durant left.
Yeah.
So that's the question that Russ has to ask himself. Do I want to go to the Clippers, that I believe they have a chance to contend for a title?
Yep.
Or do I go to Chicago, play with DeRozan, play with Zach LaVine, and he will allow me to play the style of ball that I'm used to playing?
Yep.
Those are the only two choices. Now, it don't usually take this long to buy out. Now, maybe they're asking, okay, Russ, what are you willing to take on the buyout? Can we give you 80 cents on the dollar, 85 cents on the dollar, 90 cents on the dollar?
He wants a dollar on a dollar.
Well, Russ, I mean, you might have to stay here and sit on the bench. I mean, get your stay.
Or sit on the couch.
And stay, or stay in your hotel room in Utah. that might be your only choice, Skip. And so I think Russ, I agree with you. I think Russ wants his full $47 million. But at the end of the day, I think the Clippers, he can push tempo, Skip. He really can. Just accept the fact he's going to turn the ball over. As long as you accept that fact. And, Skip, that's why I was so at peace with Russ coming off the bench, because I was already resigned to the fact I know he's going to give me 4 games. So I just
4 turnovers.
4 turnovers a game. I just hope they don't come at the most inopportune of times in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Other than that, Skip, I thought he did a great job. He swallowed his pride. He did come off the bench, and he played well. I think it's a two-team choice, Clippers or the Bulls. What does he want? A chance to compete for a title or go somewhere he can play like himself?
All your points are valid. They're strong. They're correct. I'm sorry. He's just more trouble than he's worth.
I knew you thought so.
I don't see it. I wouldn't want him on my team. I don't care whether I'm 3 games under 500 like the Bulls or I think I got a shot like the Clippers to win it all. He's still first in the NBA in turnovers per 36 minutes. He has fallen now to 149th of 150 qualified three-point shooters. He's 29.6%. The rookie Banchero has fallen all the way to 28.4, so he's now 150th. But think about this. You have the highest turnover rate, coupled, unfortunately, with one of the worst, almost the worst three-point shooting.
Lowest 3-point percentage.
Man, it's just double jeopardy. And he has the worst pair of hands of any point guard I've ever seen, high school, college, or pros.
Yeah, I can't fight you on that one.
Yeah. And the problem with the turnovers are, as you can attest better than anyone, they're so psychologically damaging because they're so bad. They demoralize, they rock you to your basketball soul where you say, what are you doing? What was that? LeBron James, I got to believe he's a much happier camper without Russ, even though he would honor and respect much of Russ's game because the tenacity, the desire.
He is a former MVP.
Fight. Yeah, he's a former MVP, so you honor that. And he did, as we speak right now, for the Lakers this year, he's averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. Well, if I told you that in a vacuum, you'd say, give me some of that, man. Oh, he's coming off the bench? Would you like this coming off your bench in Chicago or the Clippers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Say, sure, I'll take that until you know what the whole package entails. The other problem with Russ is, at heart, he's a solo act of a stat machine. He is fixated. He's obsessed and possessed with stats, with trying to get to triple-double. And it benefits you on the offensive end because he will fight for rebounds like no 6'3" guard ever has fought for rebounds. He will generate breaks like really nobody in the league still can because he's a force of nature.
He can absolutely push the pace.
Ooh, God.
He's unbelievable.
Will he not attack the rim? Like nobody will attack the rim. And yet, we're talking about age 34 in his 15th season, and even you said, I'm seeing some waning athleticism.
Yeah, of course.
He's not quite what he was.
No.
And as soon as he goes to the bench, he's got the big bags on and the ice bags on. I just don't know. I get Billy Donovan, but he's also looking back. He's flashing back in time to,
he's reminiscing, huh?
Remember when? Remember when he was triple-double machine for me?
Yeah.
And you won what with him? Nothing. Because it's hard to win with him.
Yeah.
He's a great gate attraction. He's marquee. He's fun to watch. He became must-see TV for me, often for all the wrong reasons.
Well, he's the only thing to watch in OKC. Once Kevin Durant left, you weren't tuning into OKC, but you wanted to see, like, once he got on that pace, can he do it? Skip, can he average a triple-double for the season? I mean, nobody's done it since Oscar Robertson, and many people didn't think it would ever be done.
I never thought I'd see it. And then he did 4 out of 5?
Right. I mean, Russ, because it's happened so frequently, we don't give the triple-double nearly the respect that we normally would.
Yep. So Paul George says, I just think we in particular, we got enough shooting to surround Russ where Russ can be Russ. And, I think the floor will open for him, spacing will be there for him. I'm a big believer and fan of what Russ's work is, like how hard the work he puts in.
You remember the guy? I remember there's a guy on that team that's the lead dog that Russ reached out to talk about linking up, and the phone call didn't come back. Okay, I get what Paul George is saying. And Paul George played with Russ, and Paul George had his best year statistically.
That was the next quote. I had my best season with Russ. Okay?
Everything got to be run by Kawhi. Because the reason why Paul George is there and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't is because Kawhi wanted Paul George, and he didn't want to play with a young Shai Gilgeous.
Fact.
So what is whomever's in charge, Lawrence Frank, Jerry West, Ty Lue, you sit Kawhi down. Kawhi, what you think? Because at the end of the day, it's what Kawhi and Uncle Dennis think.
I think Kawhi would utter one word because he's a man of few. No.
I think Kawhi just gonna get up and walk out.
Maybe.
He might not say anything.
He might.
Because when they told him KD was going to the Suns, he uttered that one word, Really? KD to the Suns? What they got to do? He's like, what they got to do with us? He ain't coming here. so that's who you got to convince on that.
So as soon as I read these quotes from Paul George, my first reaction was, what are you thinking? And Marcus Morris backed him up, seconded the emotion. Yeah, because they honor what he was, because he's an MVP.
Yeah.
And he plays hard. So you got those two things going, and they say, we want some of that. We don't have a traditional point guard. Maybe he can help fill the void a little bit.
Yeah, I thought. So, but see, you tried to tell me trade John Wall for Russ. Now Russ, he got bought out by Houston. He goes to the Clippers, and they trade him back to Houston.
Okay. So they go get the kid Bones Highland from Denver.
I like him.
He's falling out. Okay, but he said in his welcome to LA press conference the other day, I'm happy to be able to showcase my point guard skills. And I'm like, really? Because I look at his VCU stats. So he played 2 years at VCU, Virginia Commonwealth. He averaged 2 assists a game. And I'm thinking, what point guard skills?
But I'm trying to figure out, he talking about, he needed more. Okay, so you going to play in front of Jamal Murray? Well, your point guard is Yoke. You run the offense through him.
No doubt.
So you want me to take the ball out of his hand, a guy that's averaging 10 assists a game, to let you have it? Are you going to D up like KCP? So I'm just trying to figure out where he thought the minutes that he deserved or he wanted, where was it going to come from?
He fell completely out of the rotation into Mike Malone's doghouse.
Bruce Brown.
Why he's a Clipper.
Bruce Brown is going to lock it down on D. He's a 3-and-D guy.
Agreed.
KCP, 3-and-D guy. So they got enough shooters.
Okay.
They got Murray. They got other guys to shoot.
I think Jerry West sees in Bones Highland a little bit of Shai Gilgeous, where he's one of those diamonds in the rough where if you just let him, I think he's more of a 2 guard. Just let him play basketball.
I mean, Shea had, what, 34 against the Lakers, and then he followed that up with 44 against somebody. He legit.
Who is he?
I guarantee you, the Clippers are looking like, yeah, Paul George is nice, but this kid right here, and what is he, 24? If he's that?
Well, I know. They gave up a lot.
You gave up a lot.
Yeah,
you gave up this kid had a lot of draft
The
competition.
Clippers window is closing down.
Yes,
It's got a little crack left before it closes. Maybe this year.
But man, I just, like I said, Skip, it kind of got me feeling bad for Russ.
Oh, wow.
You didn't feel bad for him when he was committing turnovers.
Hell
for your
no.
Lakers. No.
Russell Westbrook watch continues here on Undisputed, gentlemen. All right, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming NFL draft. Do you guys think there's another Patrick Mahomes waiting in the wings somewhere? There are a bunch of teams that want to know your opinion on that. Undisputed continues in just a moment.